Ask
to
question.
imagine within myself. I said, this type of people are in Nigeria right now. This is not happening in Ghana. It's not happening in Chad. Sorry. It's not happening in, in Niger Republic. This is Nigeria. I remember when Nigeria was leading as the head of ECOMOG back in the days. They would go to Sierra Leone and go to Liberia to fight war. This is the same Nigeria army that allowed these people to defeat them in their own territory. And we are here talking about protests. We are here talking about election. You see, those people, they pack during the time of election. I don't know if you guys got that information or you saw those people that were packed on the trailer. I saw these young Fulani, young boys. There is no female among them. These people were literally packed on the big vehicle and they were transported to every part of the eastern state, and the middle belt and the south.
Were they going to vote? Were they going to vote?
No. That is one thing I want to let you know now, that this is an agenda. This is an agenda going on. You see those people, the banditry that you are hearing today in Edo State, in Delta State, in the eastern part of Nigeria, in the western part of Nigeria, is as a result of those people who were transported, but people did not have the eyes to see the agenda that is going on. These people, as I'm talking to you right now, these people are all over our forest. They are waiting. They are waiting for the last commands. And we are here talking about Nigerian protests. Let me tell you, the truth is that no protest that will save Nigeria right now. These people.
All right. Good evening. This is 11:03 Nigerian time. Thanks for joining me this evening. Welcome to our program where we'll talk about the state of our nation. And tonight or this evening to say, we are going to be talking about the propaganda of the insecurity challenges in Nigeria, particularly in the Southeast. Today is Friday, 29th November, 2024. Now, I know that there have been challenges of insecurity right from time, but everything started getting messy. Is that not 2011, 2012, during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when Buhari lost 2011 election? Yes. And they started, sponsoring a lot of insecurity to make sure they discredit the administration of Goodluck Jonathan. So after that, they started importing Bororo Fundanis. They started preparing for 2015 election, that if they lost the election, Nigeria will divide, there will be war, and so on and so forth. Even Osibanjo, who was the running mate to Buhari that time, was saying that if they lost the election, they will have, a separate government. They will form a separate government from the real government of Goodluck Jonathan. So everything was set to just scatter everything, divide Nigeria, let people die in war when Goodluck Jonathan gave up. So I'm trying to take you back to the memory then. After then, what happened is that all this insecurity they imported, they started disturbing from the northern part of the country, okay? They started from the northern part of the country, and the thing was gradually spreading to different parts of the country. Before you know, they started killing people where they had crises before, like Southern Kaduna. The killing becomes much there. Plateau State, the killing becomes much there, and it is spreading down to the south. They come to Benue, different excuses why they are killing. They started moving. They came down even to Delta State, to Edo State. They shifted from the south. They moved to the southwest. They formed Amatoko in the southwest. They now shift to the southeast. The insecurity that started from the northern part of the country, immediately it gets to the southeast. They said it is people who are agitating for Biafra restoration. But they saw how the insecurity was imported into Nigeria. They saw how the insecurity was distributed, how it started affecting from the top down to the down. to a different part of the country. When it was in the southwest, they didn't say that it was Oduduwa Republic agitators. They didn't say it was Sunday Igbo that is sponsoring security in the southwest. Their people did not give excuse. They form a motoku to counter it. But immediately it gets to the southeast, they said it was people that is agitating for Biafra. Now, I am going to talk more about the propaganda of this said insecurity in Nigeria. What is the propaganda? The propaganda is that, number one, I said this before and I'm going to say it again. There are so many places in the southern Nigeria where we don't have all these Biafra agitators. I use my state as an example. I came from Delta State. And in my state, most villages, especially in the Delta North, the Anioma, most villages, I think I should be able to say 70% of the villages is under siege of these Bororo Fundanis. I am not making mistake in what I'm saying, and I'm responsible for everything I'm saying because I know what I'm saying and I have the proof. So all these villages are under siege. Let me tell you, what would happen if, for example, my village that I came from happens to be in this, their political southeast, or this Aba, Onitsha, Abakendiki, Enugu, and Ebonyi. If my village is in this area, I think they should call people who are agitating for Biafra restoration. They will say they are the ones killing their people. All the lifeless bodies in the bush, they will say it is Biafra people. There is a propaganda going on for you to tune your mind out of the real issue. There is a plan for you to tune your mind out of the real issue. There is a real issue happening. There is a real issue of insecurity. It is a system. But there is a plan for them to make sure that you remove your mind for the main issue of insecurity. And that plan is that they have to blame it on the, what is it called? They have to blame it on the people who are agitating for Biafra, that they are the one causing the insecurity in the southeast. But I am here to tell you that that is a propaganda. They are saying it so that you are going to focus on the wrong thing. Hear me and hear me well. They are saying it for you to focus on the wrong thing. And this is very dangerous. Immediately you focus on the wrong thing, you will remove your attention from the main issue. You will never see the solution any longer. And when you did not see the solution, what will happen? They will continue to do what they are doing. Now, I was listening to the leader of the Zenith Labour Party today. He made a press conference while Tinubu should release Nnamdi Kanu. And in his press conference, he was just talking about how they imported insecurity to the southeast. I am aware of what he is saying or what he said. Yes, I am totally aware how they imported insecurity into the southeast and how those people went to do jailbreak in Imo State and release all the whole criminals. I know everything that is going on. But you see, this man, let me say 60% of what he said is correct. And I think we'll start from there. I want you to pay attention to what he said. Very sensitive and very important. While we come back to continue our analysis.
So that's why I'm not bothered about. Bring someone up, lock him, start trying him. Nnamdi Kanu is still there. We will be back to square one. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Mr. President. Have the courage to release him today. All this insecurity, all these killings, you get to a station, you start shooting policemen, start shooting soldiers, they will disappear to oblivion. The man has said this several leaving from detention, that he did not order all these things, that he cannot be killing people that he has been fighting for. And don't forget, this is started with importation of insecurity in the southeast by strangers. It was done by non-Igbos. When the correctional center in Sowore was attacked, prisoners released. We alerted. So that was when because most of the people involved were not people from that part of the country. We said, okay, this thing is an importation. Oh, this thing did not come from the people because it is not part of us. What did they do? They started recruiting orchards, uneducated people, people without skills. Introduced drugs into them, started arming them. That's how now you started seeing Igbos doing the operation on behalf of certain people. They don't want the Southeast to be stable. Southeast must be portrayed and shown to Nigerians and the world that they cannot govern themselves. The place is not peaceful. These things were important. There is no part of the country that is peaceful, that have cohesion, like the people from the Southeast. When they want to do anything, they sit down and do it. So it was this importation of terrorism in the Southeast that is the basis for all we are having today. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu today, this is will vanish. Simon Ekpa has been a self-acclaimed prime minister of the state of Biafra, and he has been known to have been issuing directives since the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, directives that have been obeyed by most persons from that part of the country. Honestly speaking, looking at the devastation, looking at the killings, looking at the economy of the Southeast region, particularly the 5 states in the Southeast, it will be safe to say that the arrests may turn around things or have positive impact. But if I look at it politically, Simon Ekpa's arrest and even extradition into Nigeria will not change things. That was the same position I took when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. I was very clear and emphatic that there may be worse Nnamdi Kanus, whatever you think Nnamdi Kanu was doing. That the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu did not bring to an end the agitation. What will solve the problem is the release, the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. President Tinubu did not put him there. He didn't arrest him. He was arrested by President Buhari. He plotted it and he arrested him and brought him here. Ever since then, he has been a customer of the DSS. The matter got up to Supreme Court. Supreme Court justified the escape of Nnamdi Kanu when soldiers stormed his family home. That there was evidence to show that they were about to be killed. So he had to escape and ordered for his unconditional release. In the characteristic manner of President Buhari, who I have always said never liked the Igbos. He had this ancient hatred, I have always said so, against the Igbos. So he kept him there until he left office. President Buhari never liked the Igbo people. He was just using takia on those who were coming around him. You know what is takia? Deceive him. There was no reason for Nnamdi Kanu to still be in detention until now. I've said this severally, and I don't want to be commenting on it regularly. That was why I suggested that if it is getting difficult to release Nnamdi Kanu, bring him to Ego Square, use him for barbecue. Let the haters of Igbos and those who hated Nnamdi Kanu come and take a pinch of his flesh. Eat it, so that that matter will be closed permanently. But I think what we can do is to encourage President Tinubu to have the courage to release Nnamdi Kanu. He didn't put him there. The law is on his side. If Nnamdi Kanu is released today, Simon Ekpa will disappear. Because nature abhors a vacuum. That was why Simon Ekpa moved in. Whether he was with them or he was not with them, the people started listening to him. If the boss, you know, when the cat is aware, when the cat is away from the house, the mouse will take over the house. Release Nnamdi Kanu today, you will never hear about Simon Ekpa again. Because all those listening to him will now go back to the original master. If Nnamdi Kanu comes today, if he's released today, this sit at home will stop. If he comes today, nobody will go and start killing people, releasing Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody will just get to the road and start shooting people. Killing of policemen on the streets will disappear. Because Nnamdi Kanu will not be in charge. I tell them, tarry a while. Let us discuss. And they would listen to him. I told President Buhari, when he was in office, that there is no politician in Nigeria, living or dead, that commanded or commands the followership of Nnamdi Kanu without Nnamdi Kanu putting one kobo. No politician. But they were following him. So I told President Buhari, based on this, the person you should do business with is Nnamdi Kanu. Open the door for discussion. That was 2 years of him being in office as president, or 3 years. If Nnamdi Kanu is released today, all these things will disappear. Simon Ekpa will go to oblivion. So that's why I'm not bothered about. Bring Simon Ekpa, lock him, start trying him. Nnamdi Kanu is still there. We will be back to square one. Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Mr. President, have the courage to release him today. All this insecurity, all these killings, you get to a station, you start shooting policemen, start shooting soldiers, they will disappear to oblivion. The man has said this several, leaving from detention, that he did not order all these things, that he cannot be killing people that he has been fighting for. And don't forget, this is started with importation of insecurity in the southeast by strangers. It was done by non-Igbos when the correctional center in Sowore was attacked. Prisoners released. We alerted. So that was when, because most of the people involved were not people from that part of the country. We said, okay, this thing is an importation. Oh, this thing did not come from the people because it is not part of us. What did they do?
All right. If you are just joining me, the person that is giving this press briefing is the leader of the Zenith Labour Party. Time without number, this man have always hints this importation of, what is it called, of terrorists in the southeast. And I made this video time without number how these terrorists, how they were imported into the southeast. And right from that time, there have been a lot of, a lot of problems, a lot of insecurities. Now, at the beginning of this video, I was making one analysis. I said insecurity that started in Sokoto State from the north, it was coming back. It was getting to Edo Delta. It moved to the southwest. That was the time the convoy Amatokun. From the southwest, it moves to the southeast. And the southeasterners, they told me that it was people that are agitating for the Biafra restoration, that they are the one causing it. And that is why today I am telling people to whom it may concern that the security challenges we are seeing in Nigeria, both in the southeast, is a systematic approach of an intention they have in their mind to do something. It has nothing to do with agitation, because I am saying it because this security we have in Delta State, other states like Benue, is more than the insecurity we have in the Southeast. So why is it that people are always talking about the insecurity in the Southeast? Why? Because when these people were imported into the Southeast, the people, I mean, the farmers, they were not going to farm. That was the time Nnamdi Kanu said, okay, let us set up a security outfit that will go to the bush and defeat these, foreign elements in our bushes. And they now started saying that, okay, those people in the bush, they started a propaganda through media that they are Nnamdi Kanu's people. That was how they started bringing out the rumor that, oh, it is Nnamdi Kanu that is causing insecurity. Even when Nnamdi Kanu was respected, you saw the news. Ohaneze said the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu is going to end everything. Up to today, it doesn't end. So that is to tell you that all those things they are doing is just a propaganda. Because the issue of insecurity now in Nigeria, anytime you are pointing hand at the wrong finger, definitely you are going to see the opposite. Anytime you are pointing your finger to the wrong place, we are pointing our fingers to the wrong place, accusing people who are agitating Biafra without understanding that this insecurity is politically motivated, that politicians imported all these people, that they have a purpose why they are importing it. I am telling you that even in my own place, it's even more than what you people are seeing in the Southeast. In the Southeast, people can go to farm, people can go to anywhere they like. There is no disturbance, just that when they sit at home, people sit at home. Then, in some parts, like all those places, the military, the police, time without number, even someone video and sent it to me. People who put on military uniform, let me say it like that, they are adopting people. They can see you, they label you IPOB, they adopt you. Look at how many people they adopted that court released today, about 50 people. What is their crime? Nothing. They were just born and brought up. Someone sees them and labeled an IPOB, that they are doing this, they are doing that. They put them. I don't blame anybody. I blame the politicians from this Southeast extract. Because if they are not in support of all these things, it should not be going on because it has no basis. So that is the second inflow of insecurity in the Southeast, when they imported these people to do the jailbreak. So forget all these things they are telling you. It is people who are agitating. Because the reason why I'm saying this, people who are agitating, anything they do to them, it will not stop the insecurity, because they are not the genesis of the insecurity. We have the genesis of these insecurities, and they are the politicians. And I believe if you have been following me, you know what I'm talking about already. Because time without number, I have established the fact that these people, these politicians, they are the main people who are causing the insecurity. Even their governor, like Opozodema and XOT, who else again, like Rocha Sokorocha, these people have been saying it, even though their hands are not pure, but they have been saying it, that it is the politics of bitterness that is causing most insecurity in the Southeast. But this is not what people want to hear. So at the beginning of this video, I was trying to play a video for you when a guest came to my, my live program like this and told us the first inflow. And I'm going to explain deeply what happened. This first inflow of terrorists into states like Delta, though before we don't have all this insecurity like this. Now, when the election of 2023 was about to happen, there were a lot of people, especially when the governor of Delta State, my former governor, Ifeanyi Okowa, when he was declared as the running mate to Atiku, I don't know what happened. It's like the whole Northerners, everybody just trooped into Delta State. And when they came in, these people, they pretended like, we want to help people to farm. We want to go to farm. Up to today, they are massive in their numbers in my state now, especially in my local government and federal constituencies. Now, they were massive and they were helping people to go to farm as usual, but that was the genesis of this kidnapping. They started kidnapping started up to today. Vigilantes will tell you that they are lifeless bodies in the bush, because it is only vigilante that is even qualified to go to farm, because if you shoot them, it will not enter. They are only people trying to proffer solution to challenge the status quo. Nowhere to be found police, nowhere to be found soldiers, because they have been accused of, helping the kidnappers in one way or the other. Now, so what I'm trying to say is that our farms is no-go area as I speak to you, but these farms are not in the southeast. So if people are telling you, I'm repeating this time with that number, I know what I'm saying. No, I know why I am saying this. If people are telling you that, oh, insecurity in the southeast is because of these people, or insecurity in Edo State is because of these people, don't believe what they are saying, because ask them, in Benue State, are they Biafra agitators? In Plateau State, are they Biafra agitators? In Delta State here, what baffles me is even our own. So I'm trying to counter this propaganda, because it's a great propaganda for you to point finger at another place, leaving the major area where things are happening. Now, as I am saying, that is the first inflow of terrorists into Delta State, Edo State, and all these parts that is bleeding, is really bleeding. So I want to replay this video and listen to this man, how he explained that. What he explained is very, very important and very accurate. Very accurate. Take a listen.
Then I begin to,
ask questions.
To imagine within myself. I said, this type of people are in Nigeria right now. This is not happening in Ghana. It's not happening in Chad. Sorry. It's not happening in Niger Republic. This is Nigeria. I remember when Nigeria was leading as the head of ECOMOG back in the days. They would go to Sierra Leone and go to Liberia to fight war. This is the same Nigeria army that allowed these people to defeat them in their own territory. And we are here talking about protests. We are here talking about election. You see, those people, they pack during the time of election. I don't know if you guys got that information, or you saw those people that were packed on the trailer. I was at these young Fulani, young boys. There is no female among them. These people were literally packed on the big vehicle, and they were transported to every part of the eastern state, and the middle belt, and the south.
Were they going to vote? Were they going to vote?
No. That is one thing I want to let you know now, that this is an agenda. This is an agenda going on. You see those people, the banditry that you are hearing today in Edo State, in Delta State, in the eastern part of Nigeria, in the western part of Nigeria, is as a result of those people who were transported, but people did not have the eyes to see the agenda that is going on. These people, as I'm talking to you right now, these people are all over our forest. They are waiting. They are waiting for the last command. And we are here talking about Nigerian protests. Let me tell you, the truth is that no protest that will save Nigeria right now. These people are already there waiting. They are already in our bush. They are already in our forest. The only thing that will save us, because you see this one Nigeria thing, where will they do so? It will consume all of us very soon. It will consume everybody, because we are not wise enough to understand the plan of these people. And some people were saying that they are fighting for Northern State. They are not fighting for Northern State. They are not fighting for Islamic State. They are fighting to conquer the whole west and southern Nigeria, the eastern Nigeria, because they believe that if they capture everybody, they will now make Nigeria their own territory, so that they can compete with the Western world through our resources. So one thing I want to say is that another thing again, sorry, bro. Another thing I'm about to say, I want to tell our
There is a video I wanted you to listen to. There is a video I wanted you to listen to.
Let me quickly round up this one so that I don't forget.
Maybe you will say something about the video anyway. Continue.
And
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to say is this. You see, like those of our brothers from South and Southeast who are in the military, let me tell them, they are not safe. You know why they are not safe? You see those Fulani Boko Haram repentance that they are putting. Those are the people doing. Those are the people doing the assassination now. They are the one killing our South brothers and East brothers in the military, because these people, they don't want to make it look like, okay, it is a war against South personnel in the military or Southeast personnel in the military. They bring in this Boko Haram repentance and put them together with you, so you don't know that they are your enemy, and they will send you to mission. They know that mission they are sending you, the vehicle, even the vehicle they will give you, is updated. The guns they will give you is updated. They know, and they will call their own Fulani military terrorists. They will say these people are coming to social place, and that's why you see that the attack is very easy, because there is an intelligence within them that is passing all the informations to these same terrorists, so that they can attack. And when they are sending out these our boys, they are sending out people from the Southeast. That is the reason why you see the majority of military people, personnel in the Southeast, they are made up of the Hausa Fulanis. They are not even, it's just few Igbos and South, few South and Southeast are in the military in the Southeast. All of them there are the Fulanis there who are doing their foot soldier, killing our people, secretly killing our young boys. But you see, like the people who are in the north, thinking that they are defending Nigeria, are the Southeast Southeast people and the South military guys who are being sent over there, and all of them gradually they are taking them off because they.
All right, let me stop the video there, because I have extracted the point I want to use to do analysis for you. You hear what the guy was trying to explain, that during the election, that there were so many trucks that was coming from the northern part of the country to the south. And during that time, people did not take cognizance of what was happening, because it's election period. A lot of people they were busy doing what they were doing. But why they were doing that? People that had plan on what they want to do, they were carrying the plans out. I am telling you that during that election, that was the time all these terrorists infiltrated Delta State. They infiltrated Delta State, go into so many villages, and up till now, nobody is sleeping. We are not sleeping well. We can't go to farm. People that have oil plantation, like all those palm oil plantation, if you want to cut it, you need to have hundreds of thousands, because you are going to hire vigilantes for them to go to the bush and stay with people that are going to cut it. What sort of life are we living? Is this one life again? And tomorrow now, look at where the problem will come. Because nobody is going to fold his or her hand and allow this thing to continue. No. Since we don't have government, because the primary responsibility of every government is the protection of lives and property of the people. So since we don't have government, they have failed in that angle. The people will resort to self-help. We are using our vigilante now. The vigilantes are doing extremely well. They are trying their best. But I pray that their plans will not fail them. Because when vigilante strength, I mean to say, when their strength fails them, of which I don't pray so, the people that owns the land as well are going to resort to self-help. And that is what you are seeing in the Southeast, where they are pointing hands and tell you, this person is a terrorist, this person is a terrorist. They are not terrorists, to my own observation. These people have seen what we are seeing now. And they said, over my dead body, will my parents continue to die? The two children continue to die. The other day, between Idumesa and Uterum, Idumesa is my village and Uterum is a neighboring village, there were some couples that went to other villages to do wedding. They were coming back, passing my village road. They shot the the bride and the groom, they shot them dead on their wedding day. These are the type of things that are going on. And when people will carry weapon and enter bush, when people will carry weapon and start revenging, you start hearing that this person is a terrorist. This person, now you are not hearing any news. No news of insecurity going on. No news of insecurity going on in Delta State. Nobody is going to bring it to the news as if nothing is going on. But when people will carry gun, when people will get ready for these people, they will start, sponsoring the news in fake Nigerian media organizations. But now nobody wants to do documentary. Nobody wants to do investigation. Look at the person they arrested yesterday, the day before yesterday, that was doing investigation, a journalist, about bunkering and illegal sales of crude oil. Navy arrested him. The same military arrested him. And up to now, they have not released him because he wants to uncover the sins of the military and the Navy, how they are helping to sell crude oil. They arrested him. So many things that are going on in Nigeria is insane. But what I'm trying to say, in essence, is that don't let anybody to tell you that those who are agitating for Biafra, that they are the one causing insecurity. Okay? Don't let anybody to deceive you, because the only game they are playing with it is that they want you to point your finger at a wrong place that there is no solution. And once they are able to do that, you are gone. Once they are able to do that, you are gone, because instead of you to channel your strength, instead of you to channel your power to where the problem lies, you will redirect your power now to where there is no solution. That is what they are doing. Now, sorry, everybody is now calling Biafra agitators. Biafra agitation is the one causing all these things. I am asking you this question. Are you sure of what you are saying? Are you sure? Do you even know what you are talking about? First of all, think. Where we have insecurity today, do we have Biafra agitators there? That is the first question you should ask yourself. Do we have Biafra agitators where we have insecurity in Nigeria today? Insecurity in Southeast is propaganda, is exaggerated. You people don't know what is called insecurity. Where your parents can go to find, even you, nobody, no military, no police dare to enter our bushes. That is what is going on. That is what is going on. There are so many places that they have good land that they're supposed to sell. They call it railway areas. Nobody goes there. If it's your own, you don't have money, you can't go there. That is what is going on. And so many people are here telling you stories that are not true. Don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it. All right. I think this is it at 8 minutes. Let's open our line. You can call in. Let's receive some call and tell us what you think about this situation. Okay, and let's have our first caller. Hello and good evening.
Hello. Good evening, my brother. This is Rasmus calling from the US.
Rasmus from US. Good evening and thanks for joining us. This is 11:40 Nigerian time.
Yeah, this is 5:39 p.m. US EST.
Wow. So how is US?
US is fine.
I heard that a lot of things are changing because of the incoming president, like immigration policy and so on and so forth.
Nothing is changing for now because you can't have two presidents at the same time now.
Of course.
So it's just envisaging, people are envisaging changes, obviously.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
So,
you have the mic. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for what you have been doing.
Thank you so much. I have a question to ask you anyway, but give your comment first.
Yes, I'm ready. So, all this while we have been shouting, people don't want to listen. You see insecurity in the Southeast.
Mm.
There was a woman, right? I've forgotten this organization she's leading. A women-based organization. She has a newspaper, right? I think she's based in Enugu.
Okay.
She appeared on VOP, Voice of the People.
Okay.
And explained in details the insecurity in the Southeast.
Okay.
And she squarely put it on the doorstep of the army that they are responsible. She didn't miss well. I don't know if you didn't watch the interview 4 days ago.
I didn't watch it.
She even explained, she said she went underground to do investigation herself.
Okay.
That even the military were enforcing sit at home. There was this one is public knowledge. You can go and search VOP. And let me, if I can remember the name of the woman's company, because she has an estate, this property development company. If I remember, if you go to VOP, you will see her. She a couple of days ago. She said there was one incident that happened that she met the military on sit-at-home day. They blocked the whole road. So it was not asking us, what are you are implementing, you understand, the sit-at-home. So the reason why I'm saying all of this, and there was another thing she explained, because I forgot the name of her paper. Her paper is an Igbo name paper. So she actually did investigation to know exactly what is going on. He said that there was another thing that he observed, that the military, everybody knows that the military is scattered all over the Southeast.
Okay.
Now that when you come, they will be profiling everybody. That they ask your name, where you are going, where you are coming from, your kindred to your village. So that eventually you now discover that they are actually the ones giving the information to kidnappers to kidnap people. Because they ask you all the detailed information about you. By the time you go, you leave, you understand, let's say you came from abroad, the next day people will come and pick you. So it's actually the military that is profiling people on the road, that is giving those information to people. She said a lot. It's on VOP. She said a lot. He said she challenged them, they are the ones that are doing it. So you see all these things, it's just that sometimes it's so painful sometimes when I listen to some of our people, right? Our people that are supposed to be smart, right?
Yeah.
You will follow the bandwagon. And some people who are saving you, trying to save you, you'll be calling them terrorists. It's so painful. It's so painful, my brother. People who are working to save you, you are calling them terrorists. The people who are terrorists, who are terrorizing you, are using mainstream media to propagate falsehood. And you, that is supposed to be smart. Look at, I will give an example. Look at, there's one boy on Twitter called Harry. He's supposed to be smart. That's the painful thing. That's the one that is painful to me. This boy is supposed to be smart enough to be able to decode what is going on. The mainstream media, they are using the mainstream media to propagate falsehood. And people are falling into this thing. Some people are attacking Kemi, that Yoruba journalist, because she's talking about Biafra now.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? If she talked negative about Biafra 10 years ago, does it matter? But what she's saying now, is it not true? That's what matters. Is it not true?
Yeah.
A journalist or an investigative journalist of a repute, if she start bringing out publications and start saying things, right? People will listen. So what do you have to lose? So what is the essence of will it profit you to start saying, oh, you said Nnamdi Kanu died this year ago? What does that change? What does that benefit? What is the benefit of that to Biafra right now? What does that change? Does that change the fact that she is telling you that this genocide is secret war is going on in the Southeast? Is it a lie?
Not a lie.
Are you not aware that secret war is going on in the Southeast? Are you not seeing armored tanks moving into Southeast? Are you not seeing military with trucks, gunboats moving into Southeast? Are you not seeing pictures of on social media of people die? Have you seen any of those pictures on mainstream media? Have you seen any mainstream media report it, like channels, Arise? None of them. They are not telling you anything. And every day, the military use all those properties that military has bought in the Southeast. Have you seen any Nigerian mainstream media report it?
So
Heavy is coming out to say this is what is going on. And you, supposed to be a Biafran, you are attacking her saying because you said Nnamdi Kanu died 10 years ago. What kind of mindset do we have? We are the Biafrans are the problem of Biafra. This is what I've just come to realize. For me, for people like us, we know what is going on. We know the intention. We know that Nigeria is already an Islamic state. It's not as if they want to Islamize Nigeria. Nigeria is an Islamic state right now. It's just that the Nigerians living, the entire Nigerians, right? The majority of the Nigerians have not fully converted to Islam. That's what is going on. That as a country, Nigeria is an Islamic state. Tinubu just came back from an Islamic conference now. You know where?
Yeah, I know.
The only countries that were in that conference were all Islamic countries. To go check the list. I think they were 54 or so. All of them were Islamic countries. So Nigeria is an Islamic country. So for those who are burying their head in sand like ostrich, pretending that it will never happen, it's stupidity. Stupidity is not a virtue.
All right, let me ask you.
Islamic state right now. Yeah. Yes, it's Nigeria an Islamic state. All
right, let me ask you my question. So before you called in, I was explaining that places that we don't have Biafra agitation, that the insecurity in those areas is even more higher or greater than the insecurity we have in Southeast now. I was giving an example with my village where I came from in Delta State, the Kano East, and I was saying that people are dying, people are being kidnapped here and there, dead bodies in the bush and so on and so forth. And there is no Biafra agitators in my area, no yes and no all those people. Now, the question I'm trying to ask, number one, if my community or my local government happens to be in part of the southeastern state, won't they say it is people who are agitating for Biafra? Then the second question is this. Since these people are still dying, how are we sure that people who are agitating, as they said, are the one who are carrying out all these things?
No, like I just said, Okocha, I just told you that woman, for instance, right, said he carried out, I didn't finish what she said. She carried out detailed investigation that the military, in collaboration with Asari Dokubo, are the ones that are killing people during Sitato. What do you call it? To blackmail the agitators. That's what she said, and that's the truth. Because it's open when Asari Dokubo told you that he was contracted by Nigerian government and his boy people are in the southeast. Now the question is, which duty are his boys doing in the southeast? Yes, so why is nobody asking that question? So what happens is that when the declare Sitato, see, let me tell you why Ekpa, right, is one of the smartest people I've ever seen. You see, when they declare Sitato, right? Now, the intention was the government now wanted to say, okay, if they cannot stop it, let us blackmail the agitators. Okay. So if we blackmail the agitators, they will be scared of stop it. You understand? So that's where the military, especially the DSS, because for me, according to what that woman said that day, it's actually the DSS that contracted Asari Dokubo. Okay. So now the DSS now using Asari Dokubo and even using some DSS officials, because remember, in Anambra State, do you remember on the sit-at-home day, the police exchanged bullets with a local government, and one of their local government was DSS official. Do you remember? It's on the news. When they removed this mask from the guys, they discovered his guy, he was a DSS official. And he was an honorable government. Again, I will cite another example for you. You know this Aki and Popo? Yes. So I think the brothers, one of them, the brothers. The brother was died in during Sitato, right? It was a video. Now, the Omo government that were there was a police officer there and a military officer. He said the Omo government. Now, listen, this one I'm saying now is this one I'm not saying it. You can go and verify. Now, that was when that new girl, that Lagos girl that works with Arise. There's one pastor that works with her is one woman, is a woman. So they will fight. They play the video and they were talking about it. All of them just talk about it. Talk. That lady just newly started that time. He just newly started. So said, but I don't understand. What is a police officer doing? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
In the video. She was the only one that captured it, that said it. It's not as if them about it didn't see it. I know they saw it. They pretended. So what was the policeman doing there? So what's the intention? The intention is, I'm not saying 100% that obviously you will not see agitators being agitators. But the majority of the bulk of this thing is propaganda and it's blackmail. So the intention is that when they start doing it, Ekpa will now step back and say, okay, I will stop it because I don't want them to put on my head and say this. That is what is going on. And again, to just add to what you said, I have the data that time, I pull it up, it's not here now. There is this security outfit in Abuja that did exclusive this report on the insecurity in the entire regions of Nigeria.
Okay.
Guess what, Okocha? Southeast is the least insecure region in Nigeria.
Of course, that is what I'm trying to explain to you before now.
It's the least insecure region. So it's the most secure region in Nigeria. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
Southeast is the most secure region in Nigeria based on the data.
All right. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yes, every day you hear that Southeast is insecure. Oh, you cannot go to Southeast, but it's the most secure region according to data. So it's just propaganda. The last thing I want to say, all these things that have been happening is past. Biafra has been declared today.
Can I close the garage?
It becomes official. Nobody's going to say terrorism. Which terrorism? It's a country, and if you are in your land, you are trespassing. That's just it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for your opinions and contribution. Thank you so much. All right. That was one of our brothers from the USA. Hello, Mr. Ozo.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, brother.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Can you allow me to just say something?
Yeah. You have the mic. Thereafter, I will still ask you some questions.
Okay. All right. First of all, I want to thank you for the consciousness that you're creating. I'm saying right now, kudos for the good job you are doing.
Thank you so much.
Right. So about the insecurity in the Southeast they're talking about, it's an offshoot of the grand plan by the Fulanis to take over Nigeria. If anyone is telling you that this grand plan is not real, just speak at the person. The person is not saying the truth. The truth is that the Fulanis want to make Nigeria their homeland, and they are not playing about it. The only stumbling block is the Southeast, the Igbos. So all those insecurity in the Southeast, everyone is shouting, it's just a propaganda. They caused the insecurity themselves, using some Southeasterners and Southerners. You will bear with me the truth that about this guy called Asari Dokubo, who boasted that he was in charge of the security systems in the Southeast. That was a real truth he said, because I know there was a time they attacked the Ebuka people, attacked people coming back from marriage that they went. And we knew that those people that attacked those people returning from marriage they were not Igbos. They don't speak Igbos. All the Ebugos that entered my own town, they didn't speak Igbo. You understand? So these are grand plans that have been laid on the ground, and using some part of some of our people, of which Asare Dokubo's security outfit is part of that grand plan. So let everybody not agree that there's insecurity in the Southeast. It's just a grand plan that been orchestrated, grand plan that are just being allowed to unravel. Yeah. So let everybody from the Southeast to the South, from Imo State to Delta to Anambra, all the South and Southeasterners, do not waver, do not allow these people, before the God that created you and I. The grand plan is to take over your land and make you slaves in your own villages. Do not allow it.
All right, sir. Now, what do you think that the people should do, or what do you think we should do based on this propaganda? Because from my own personal experience, everything I do say on this platform is not what I hear from people. If it is what I hear from people, meaning I already have the evidence of what I hear. So it is based on my experience, based on my research, or based on what I am feeling. Like the last caller, I was giving him an example that in my village, the rate of insecurity there is nothing to write about. And this is not the core Southeast that people are saying that is Biafra agitators. There is no Biafra agitators from my village. There is no Biafra agitators from my local government. There is no Biafra agitators in Delta State, in Benue State, all these states. But the killings in these places is like times 10 of what we are seeing in the Southeast.
Yes.
So how would people, because I am trying my best to make people understand what is going on, but how do we do this? How do we make people to understand that this is a propaganda, and they are trying to make this so that people will point finger at the wrong people? Say, oh, it is Biafra agitators, whereas the real people carrying out these things are there, continuing what they are doing.
You know what I can tell you?
Okay, you have the mic, talk.
What I can tell you is that you're already doing the needful. So what you should do is to sustain it. I'm the one telling you what you are doing is making very serious impact. The thing is that
I'm unable to reach a lot of people. I have not been able to reach the reasonable audience.
Do not worry. Everyone is listening. Before the God that created you and I, you may not know it. You may not know it, but you don't know the extent, the length that you are, reaching. Just sustain it. Continue. The result will come by itself. You understand? Okay. Yes. And with my message to Southeasterners in the villages: do not agree. Do not agree. Do not agree. Do not allow anyone to take over your property. God gave it to you. Do not allow any human being to take it. What is happening in Finland, after that, the game will change. And everyone will be happy one day. The only thing is that the mainstream media, they've already captured them. But with what you are doing, you are reaching a great number of audience that you may not find out. So continue with what you are doing. You're doing the right thing. Do not waver.
No problem about that. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, sir. So, as I was saying, talking about the first importation of all these terrorists into Nigeria, that it was carried out by Buhari and APC government. These are the people that first carried out the importation and so on and so forth. And thereafter, from people who have arrived in Nigeria, they started distributing it from place to place. I could remember vividly when Buhari said that when you touch Boko Haram, you are touching us. So all these things did not start today. And everyone that has scattered this country, whether it's a country I don't know, everyone that has scattered it, they are still alive. Look at Gowon, Buhari, IBB, that is Babangida, Obasanjo, Abdul Salami, many of them, almost all of them. So that is so pathetic, but we must know the truth, because it's only the truth that is going to set us free. And that is why I take my time to explain my findings about what is going on. So if you have any contrary opinion and you believe that the insecurity in the Southeast is being carried out by Biafra agitators, let me know. You understand? Let me know why you said so. Give me a call. I saw some calls that are coming through normal call. Please call me through WhatsApp, not the normal call. Okay? Because if we respond to the normal call, nobody will hear what we are going to say. It's only WhatsApp call that is on loudspeaker here. So what I'm trying to say is that this issue of insecurity is disturbing. You know, in life, we have only one life. Why the insecurity is supposed to be number one thing everybody's supposed to be talking about is this. When you are being kidnapped, you don't have 10 million that they are collecting. The next thing you will hear is that this person is missing or this person is dead. You just lose your life totally. And this must not continue. It must not continue. Now, the core Southeast state, everybody's talking about what is going on there. This is a warning to Delta State. This is a warning to part of Edo State that this insecurity has been ravaged. The so-called politicians we have in this area, they are not talking. The so-called politicians we have in this area, they pretend as if they don't know what is going on. They are not interested in anything. They are interested in the next election. But no problem. The only place I will have problem with them is when everybody will be fed up and people resort to self-help, carry weapons to defend themselves. And if we begin to see politicians that start writing petition, that will be a great problem. And that is where all this Southeast propaganda you are hearing came from. That was David Omahe, Obiano, and a lot of them that gathered to proscribe IPOB. They proscribed IPOB. They said IPOB is carrying on. IPOB is a terrorist organization. People that were protesting and blowing whistle on the streets. That is apart. Another thing is that Nnamdi Kanu formed the Eastern Security Network because of what I'm explaining to you today. That if you go to my village today, that nobody dares to go to farm unless you are ready to die. You can't go to farm. Dead bodies in the bush, and so on and so forth. Nobody's talking about it. This is what happened in the Southeast when Nnamdi Kanu said, no, enough is enough. And when someone will rise again, especially from Delta State, I know why I'm saying this. When someone will rise today and takes weapon and begin to counter this insecurity, I hope all these politicians that are mute, I hope they will not come out and begin to bring out their ugly head, because it's not going to be funny. How can people continue to die and you think that people will fold their hands and begin to watch what is going on like this? It's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible at all. So enough is enough. People are already tired. People are fed up. You know, our communities, we cannot allow our communities to be like this. These are people's communities in Benue State. No, Delta State is not Benue State. Delta State is not Benue State. We are going to give the last warning. We are going to give the last warning that if this insecurity persists in Delta State, we'll help ourselves. And you know what that means, and I will not speak more than that. If this insecurity in Delta State persists more than this, if our parents cannot go to farm, because hunger cannot kill us, hunger cannot kill anybody, everybody there. So if our mothers can no longer go to the farm and it persists without stopping it. We are going to help ourselves. You know what that means. So we are going to sound the last warning to this. Our communities can never be like this. This is Benue State. So we will not allow our communities to be like this. This community was not rebuilt by the government. The people are gone forever. They went to IDP camps. But we are not like this. Okay? We are not like this. We know that this thing is getting out of hand, but we are going to respond swiftly. And our response, we don't know who is going to affect. It's going to affect as many that are responsible for all this insecurity. And also people who refuse to talk. The politicians that refuse to talk when they are supposed to talk. All of them will be answering to this call when time comes. All right, let us return to our call line. Let's get some callers in. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Good night from here.
Yeah.
Honorable Okocha. Yeah.
This is midnight as well. This is 7 minutes after 12 Nigerian time. Thanks for joining us. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Not quite long I joined your program. I normally join your program anyway. It's me, Fullman Ikotoye.
Fullman Ikotoye.
Yes, Ikotoye.
Okay.
I normally join your program, but I do sit behind the screen, to listen. But tonight I said, let me chip in. I just came in, then I keep listening to you before what you said now just touched me, and the picture you showed, what happened in Benue.
Okay.
Just like what you said, that we cannot allow this to happen in Delta or where, my brother, you need to be saying this, so we all need to be saying this without mercy, without laughing, without listening to CCTV or Arise News. Mr. Abbas and the others are there talking nonsense while fire is burning. Just tell me how someone that fire is burning his house will be chasing rats. We have to be this thing you said. Just look at how Benue is empty. All of them are in the Egypt camp. Even while they were in Egypt camp, nobody is caring about them. And this is exactly what they wanted to do in Imo State. And that is what they are doing. Thank God that after Marcel Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and kept behind the bar, they thought everything is over, that they can come in and do what they did exactly in Benue. But thank God, Prime Minister is there. That's the dragon. And that is why they are calling, that is why they are looking for him, that is why they are looking for you, who is almost every night you are here. That is why they are looking for people like us who is talking behind the screen. That is why they are looking for everybody that is trying to stop them. They really want Eastern Zone to be like Benue. Because now Benue and Jos and other places, they have nothing. They are out of this country. They are out of that country. They are small wiping out their names. Even the young ones are not in the village. Nobody is in that pueblo. Even the old ones that are there, they are there because they can't run to the town. Even though they go to the town, they can't do anything. So they prefer staying there watching, because any day those people came, either they kill them or they kill the enemies, or anything they saw, they will take it because they are the owner of that land. The old ones, I'm saying, that's why they did not run. But the young ones, everybody has left the village. And that is what Biafran government is doing. That is what the BLA and others are doing to protect that land, so that what is happening over there will not happen to our place. So my brother, I really thank you. You know, whenever I saw you on the stage, I really calmed down and listened to your analysis, because it came, you normally do it slow and steady, and it's very nice, you know, no wahala rain, no blah blah blah, but everything went cool. So keep it up, my brother. And this thing that you're talking, we will not stop saying it. Just like when we save Nigeria from this terrorist group. Okay, just see at the north, there are more terrorists are coming. They are not talking about this. Even Abbas, Abati, and others, they are not saying about this thing. Why will they be chasing rats while their house is on fire? Even Abbas can't go to his village. A lot of them, but they can't be bold and be saying it. The people saying all these things is people like you, who has your own private YouTube channel. Thank God that we all are coming to the channel. This is where we capture the whole news that happens in Nigeria. You know, nobody listens to Arise News anymore or Channel Television, because they're all liars. Even Al Jazeera, even Sahara Reporter, they're all liars. Even they lie that Simon Ekpa has been kidnapped, Simon Ekpa is in jail. They are just saying what they don't know. But where they will eat Kashin Kaza, where they will eat Kashin Kaza is as they are coming to take over our land. Terrorists are taking their land. This is what Nnamdi Kanu said long time ago. You people are coming to take our land back. Foreigners, terrorist foreigners will take your land. When you want to go back, you will have no place to go. And the remaining ones, Alagalim. If now some people, they will say Alagalim. So my brother, thank you very much for your good job. I know it's late now, but even though you will stay till 6 o'clock in the morning, I promise you we will be here to listen and stay with you to give the news. I really want to thank people. I really want to thank government in exile and the ones that went to Finland. I wasn't opportunity to go because of my work. I asked permission, but they didn't allow it, so I didn't. So, but I really thank each and every one that are there. We really saw what they did. Tomorrow is another day too, and Biafra has come, and it has come. Nigerians, I be Nigeria, I be Musa and others. Mukuna ready for us. Thank you very much, brother Okocha.
What are they going to ready for?
They were ready for our coming. Why they were ready for us, and we are ready for them. Because as from 2nd December, everything will play. The whole world has seen that yes, this nation is coming up. So I think we can all this that we are doing, it won't be a waste. It won't be a waste. So they should be ready for us. That's why they should be ready for us. Thank you very much.
Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your time and your call. I really appreciate that, okay? All right. Everyone is entitled to his opinion. But one thing is sure, there is one thing everyone is looking for: solution. Everyone is just looking for a solution for a better country. Everyone is looking for a solution where they will call, a better country. That is just what everyone is looking for. But, okay, let me give you an example. This is like when they ask you to get 10. Let me tell you why I don't blame anybody. When they ask you to get an answer of 10, you could say 5 plus 5 is 10, right? 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 3 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. So if you still put like different numbers, you still arrive at that 10. Like 12 minus 2 is still 10. But the answer they are looking for is 10. So you see the problem we have in Nigeria, everybody knew that this problem came from the amalgamation. Either you like it or not, the problem came from amalgamation. But what people are trying to do now is to make sure they correct the problem, to make sure that they go back to the way we were before, to make sure that everybody return to his or her country, or just and so on and so forth. And the reason why this thing is going on is because the government failed. The government failed. And I was telling people that even like Nnamdi Kanu, before Nnamdi Kanu started his Biafra agitation and so on and so forth, Nnamdi Kanu was not that talking against Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu was even advocating for a better government. But at the time, he says that, no, this is irredeemable. And that is what we are still seeing till today, irredeemable. A government sponsoring terrorism, a government that sponsors all sort of things against its own people. So there is no how we are going to fold our hands and continue to allow all these things to happen. The other day, people were talking against Davido. Everybody is now calling out Davido, even people that cannot even, pull the shoe of Davido. Rich man Peking go tell you, say, this country not being again. A billionaire go come and tell you, say, this country not being. Poor man, whenever see chop for 3 days, they call Davido, say it's not patriotic. People, you go just hear English, you go carry they speak. You don't even know what it means to be patriotic. So we should be living in falsehood. Is that what we call patriotic? We must be able to tell ourselves the truth, that the economy is in shambles, that the country is no go area. We that are staying in Nigeria, is not because we can't live in other countries. We can travel, we can do all those things. But we decided for a purpose. Let us stay. Everyone cannot run out. So when Davido is saying that people that are in abroad don't come back home, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. Apart from for the purpose of helping your people, I don't think there is any need for you to come back home. But for me, it's a decision. You understand? It's a decision. So what our last conduct said is, it's a very good thing that are in line with what almost other people are saying. All right. Let me bring some people who are on this people to screen here. Let me see before we return to receiving some calls. Hello. This is Mr. Vito. Mr. Vito. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Najofo, can you hear me?
I will go out and come back.
All right, you can go out and come back while we receive this call. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. My brother, how are you?
I am fine. Good morning. Your name and where you are calling from, sir?
No need of my name or no.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to talk to us as anonymous.
Well, my brother, this Nigeria we are living is not just let us forget it. Maybe it will be it's going to be next time.
Okay.
The reason why I called
Hello.
The reason why I called is that the southeast, most especially the Igbo speaking states.
Okay.
I think the problem they have, I'm not talking all East, I'm talking about the particular 5 states.
Okay.
There are 5 states,
Okay.
My brother, I know my age and I know what I'm talking about is in these 5 states, I have met a lot of them but in realistic, physical, they are not well cooperative. You know what I mean by well cooperative? You will see an Anambra man, you will say he don't know an Enugu man, but both of them speak the same language but different dialects. You will see an Ebonyi man, you will say he don't like an Anambra man. You will see an Imo State man will say he doesn't like an Ebonyi man. Now, you will see an Abia State man will say he don't know you, but both of you speak the same mother language.
And that is what is still going on in the north. The Hausas are telling Fundanese now to leave, and so on and so forth.
So if you look at it, is that Igbos minus the 5 states like Delta and some part of it, those are Igbos, you know. So they divided us, and that division had been inside our blood. Yeah. We don't know how to come together and have a secret and how to defend ourselves. Now look at now what happened now that I heard that Simon Ekpa. In realistic speaking, Simon Ekpa is still headed by the Finnish government. It's not yet out. Whoever that is telling Simon Ekpa is in his house is a liar. It's heard by the Finnish government, because the Finnish government don't pay attention to listening to the propaganda of the Nigerian medias. The Finnish government, the Westerners don't even want to hear what is going on. All they know is Ukraine, Syria, Lebanon. They don't care about what is going on in Africa. Why? Because we Africans are not united together. Because if we unite, we won't be depending on people who are depending on us, but because of imagination of the Western that Africa cannot stand. Most of our presidents we see there today, most of them are puppets. So they can't speak to, even your own father and your own mother may betray you to get what she wants. You see? So what I want to say, my brother, secondly again, the Yorubas who are claiming that they are fighting for Oduduwa, they are not really sure that they are fighting for freedom, because the Funanis have used Tinubu to conquer the Yorubas. And this thing I said to you, go and mark it. The Yorubas have nothing to say. The particular place is harder for the Funanis to conquer is the East. That is the hardest place right now. And let all the Igbos who are against Simon Ekpa, that Simon Ekpa is causing insecurity, they should keep quiet and listen and learn and hear history, how things is wrong in that country. The final decision is, I want to tell you that Nigeria is an Islamic state with diplomatic, but not officially. And what I mean by that, not officially, because most of the people who are making social media today, who are talking about Ronaldo, talking about Davido, blah, 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 by the time comes, most of them will not know, oh, is this reality? And it will be a reality. And even most of them will run out of that country. So what I want to tell the Nigerians, people who are not Fulanese and who don't want to be part of Islamization, because it's not only Fulanese Muslim, but we are not going to say we are Christian, then we later want to be a Muslim. No, my religion is Christianity and Jewish, and that is what I'm born. So every Nigerian should stand up right now and stand and say no to Islam, because we are not born to be Islam. You understand, my brother? So the Igbos who are fighting against Simon Ekpa, they should shut up their mouths. Aberibe, most of them, they have signed to become an Islamic family. You understand? So all these leaders you see in Imo State and the rest of Enugu, both Soludo, they have signed that they accept Islam secretly, but they won't open it. They won't make it open. They hijacked these governors and these leaders.
How do you know about that?
You see,
How do you know about that? About the governors you are talking about?
Good. Thank you very much. The reason why I told you that how do I know about this? Brother, I am living in Western world. We watch this, we see how things are wrong. We see how politics wrong. So no do opus odema, these men have been, they are not, okay, let me put it that way. Do you know that these men are not going to fight for their people? One, if they fight for their people, they will lose their life. They will be quiet, they will buy them.
Okay.
They will buy them, yes. Opus of the man, you're rewriting because for Opus of the man are lying, what they call it, the people who claim to be soldiers and police, they don't know how to speak English, and their language are not even Nigerian language, because Nigeria we have different languages, but this ones, even their Fulani language is not like the one that is Nigeria. This is different Fulani language. So these are the people they want to use to to buy any Igbo man that is top as a governor, local government. You are not supporting what the government want to do. They will buy that leader. So now what I'm telling you that these men have been captured. They have been they have captured all these governors long time ago. So they are surrendered. So the people now who haven't surrendered is the masses.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
You know?
I understand your concept.
My brother, please, I want to say the last thing to my people that please, Biafrans, we should never give up, because our declaration on 2nd of December is going to be a very heavy. And thank God Almighty Chukwuka, that our leader, who is our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, have done his part. Now it is us now to finish it. With that Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu, that doesn't mean we won't get Biafra. There are many people who are even radical than these two men, and I am also one of them. Thank you. May God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right. We are having Mr. Solomon on the screen. I don't know if he can hear us. Mr. Solomon, you can unmute yourself. Okay,
yes,
let me do it from this end. I've done that from this end.
Okay.
All right,
I can hear you.
Please talk to us where you are joining us from, and if there is another thing you want us to call you apart from Mr. Solomon, you can equally let us know.
No, Solomon is okay.
Okay.
Solomon is okay. Thank you, Okocha. Thank you for what you are doing, and
thank you, sir.
May God continue to bless you.
Thank you,
Last
sir.
time I was in your program, but I came back from my night job, so I was really tired. So I fall asleep. So when I watched the program, you were calling me to come up. I was like, oh my God. And when I wake up back, the program has gone. And do you know that day, I was speaking to my brother. I am from Ebonyi State. I was speaking to my brother in the village. We have a Fulani attack after some little while. They ran away because it's like people in the village went to this Anambra to get this power from the tradition and stuff like that, so that we chase them, that we make them, if they come here, they will be confused what they are doing. So they ran away after some time, then they came back. So you know the baddest thing about what is going on some part of Southeast with this insecurity is that when I asked my brother, but what about the military that are guiding the checkpoints that are around that area? What are they doing? He said to me, brother, the problem we have is that the commanders that are there are Northerners. So they don't allow army to go after those arm headers. That is the problem they have. So that is one of the biggest problems. Because if it's an Easterner that is a commander there, he will ask the military to go and chase those people out. So now it's part of the confrontation that they are having between the villagers and the headers. People cannot go to their farm. We lost 3 people last month. I think it was last month, yes. We lost 3 people in October. So, and what these people they do is that they will come and kill people and run away. That's what they do. And when the vigilante and they put themselves together, go to attack, go to chase them away, the military will come in. And when you ask who is commanding the military in that area, they are not announced. So when he told me this, I was shocked. And they say that their hands are whole back, but what they are doing, they will try their best, whatever they can do, to make sure that these headers, they cannot come in. And that is why I'm thanking God, because most of the people in our area, they don't sleep back. They don't wait even for the police. Because I told them, if you wait for the police or the security, you people will all die. You can't wait.
that is what T.Y. Danjuma said. He said, if you wait for the military and the police, all of you will die one after the other.
If it's your pump action, prepare your pump action, go after them. Because if you stay waiting for the security will never come. So far as their commander there is military man, it's impossible for them to come. Because they know some of them, they are their brothers. They will not allow you to kill them. And instead of the government, or now they went and report to the government and the local government and to, I think, maybe to the state government. What they told them is that they will call them, they will look for the people that die, and they will look for the cow that they kill, they will compensate them. For crying out loud. These cows, are they not for eating? So even if the farmer kill your cow, it's for you to number the cow and bring to the security, and they will pay for the cow. And if they pay for the cow, they can go and do whatever they want to do with the cow. Then if the cow damage your crops, then you will pay for those crops. But the issue is that they will go and destroy people's crops. If you see the kind of damage, we are planting rice. If you see the kind of damage, my brother Okocha, you will be shocked. And nobody is being compensated for all these things. And do you know that some of these farmers, these poor farmers, they will go and borrow money. That is the painful part. They will go and borrow money. Even if I come back home, sometimes people will become begging. Please, brother, help us. People, we don't have money. They want to collect our land. Some people will even go and offer some of their land in the city just to get money to go and crop in the farm. And the headers will come and eat it up. What kind of a society is this?
What is going on there is not far from what is going on in my area. Just the same systematic approach.
Can you imagine? And when you go to the government, when you arrest some of the Fulani, some of the time they will capture some of the Fulani, and the next day you will see the same people you capture in the farm. You will see them there.
That is the question.
You will be imagining what is going on. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that I don't think that this country is just a waste of time and destroying things. I think the earlier that our leaders come together and really draw a line, and you can't send somebody from another region to come and govern another region. It's not possible.
It's not possible. That is one of the problems of these insecurities.
Yeah. And I don't know why. My biggest issue is that why is Okocha, why is any time that when the Fulanis, they will be killing people, destroying villages, damaging farm, anytime the people rise up, they will call it that the people are ipob, the people are Eastern Security. Why are they using that word? Why are they not asking the Fulanis that are killing people? They say that what are they doing? First of all, they are the one bringing trouble. It sounds funny. when you will see journalists, instead of them to say that Fulanis are causing problem, they are saying that farmer clashes. What do they mean by that, farmer clashes?
Hey, how can somebody come to your farm? You are saying farmer clashes.
You are saying farmer clashes. I don't understand the grammar they are speaking. So most of the time, these our journalists in Nigeria, they are one of the biggest problem we have. The biggest problem we have. I'm telling you, because you can't tell me that you will stay in your home, Okocha, then I will come and be fighting you, and somebody will tell me that we are fighting in your house, not even outside, inside your room. I don't.
It's so bad. It's so bad. And because of all these things, a lot of people are now out. You know, people will help themselves in different ways. Like what I was explaining before. That 5 plus 5 is 10, 7 plus 3 is 10, 8 plus 2 is 10, 8 plus 1 is 10.
And I'm just laughing. You see these things Fulanis are doing. You see these things the headers are doing. I'm telling you, there will come a time that you will be looking for headers in some of these areas in the West. You will not see one of them. I'm telling you. Because there will come a time that people will not take it anymore. They should understand that the Westerner, the Easterner, and the North, the South Side people, they will be talking like this one day. They should know that these people are more intelligent. Most of them went to school. After going to school, they will come back and be doing their normal farm work. They know what they can do. I believe that the government should rise up and try to draw a line. It's not too bad. It's even wrong for them to be moving with a cow, but it's not too bad for them to organize themselves, know where to go and where not to go. But if this thing continue like this, I'm just like, one day it will be something. Soldiers cannot even stop.
It will be catastrophic.
It will be catastrophic. It will be that day you were calling me is because of the program you had that day. So I want to come and bring this word. That same day, it was the day that this thing is happening. Now I have a farm. I'm cultivating so many crops. They cannot go to my farm without vigilantes. Can you imagine?
Is it not the same thing I'm telling you?
Without paying vigilantes.
Is the same thing I'm telling you in data state? So it's the same strategy. The same strategy.
I'm sorry to use this word. I know they don't like when you mention Simon Ekpa and this and Simon group. Anytime, let me tell you, anytime this Fulani hear anything that those Simon Ekpa boys are coming that area, they will disappear. You will not see them. Anytime that they hear that those guys are coming that area, for 1 month, you will not see none of them in the farm. They will run away. Since when they knew that these guys have gone, they have passed and gone, then you will see them, they will be trooping in small. That's what they are doing. And the only people that can really, when they hear about them, they will be running, is those guys. So government is the opportunity for now, government, even our Southeast governors, if they are sleeping, it's opportunity now for them to even try to find a solution for this. If not so, time will come that nobody will even listen to them. Nobody.
But the truth is that there is all evidence that government is sponsoring them.
But that is
the challenge.
Yeah, because they are keeping quiet.
Yeah, apart from keeping quiet, there is when I mean evidence, not because they are keeping quiet. Right from onset, this insecurity is a system. The other day, I know since you are following me, you must have seen all this video now. You know Dauda. Dauda is the governor of Zamfara State. And you know Zamfara State is the hub of banditry and all these things.
Yeah. The young governor that was saying that it was a million question that nobody can answer.
Exactly. That was saying one day the man that handed over to him, who is now the Minister of Defense State under Tinubu, the man is he did not say he sponsored terrorists, he said the man is a terrorist.
Yeah.
This is a sitting governor on a national television.
I'm telling you.
And people are not taking cognizance of what he said. Listen to what he said.
Like
Just
I said,
listen.
We know where these guys are. We know where they live. we know their parents.
You know them as a government.
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher.
It is something that we are trying to all put our heads together. That is why, from what I can do as a governor, to have this CPG as a first line of defense. Of course, military are there, police are there, as well as civil defense, but they are not under my control. They are under the control of.
Now, there are two things. There are two things that he said there. Forget about so many words he's saying there. Number one is, we know whom they are, we know where they are, and we know their parents. That is number one. In other words, these people are well-known people.
Yeah.
So if we want to take them down, it should not be problem.
Yes.
Then the second thing he said is that the military are there, the police are there, the civil defense are there, but they are not under my control.
Yeah.
They are under the control of the federal
government.
And the man that he said is sponsoring them was compensated for sponsoring them by giving him the Minister of Defense.
Oh.
Look at. Just listen to him.
In fact, let me say this very categorical. If I were him, I would resign and face all the allegations against me. And that would have been more honorable, because from all the information we're getting, my predecessor was fully involved in some of these banditry issues. Typical is the fact that there was a permanent secretary when his children were abducted. And it was unfortunate that he had to pay ransom through the government house. And it was also very clear, based on all the allegations, that bandits were being kept at government house. There are so many issues. So for me, honestly, if I were him, I'll step aside and face this allegation until I clear my name before I come back and continue my job. That should.
Do you understand what he said? My predecessor was involved in all these things. He kept bandits in government house. So you think all these things is just a joke?
And this particular man is the Minister of Defense in federal Nigeria.
Yes, currently. And this man talking is incumbent governor. So they are not saying it, they are not hiding it anymore. This is Tinubu's television, TVC. A national television. So it's not something that they are hiding. They are telling you how it is. He said he kept bandits in government house. In government house.
But Okocha, sorry, one question is that what I want to ask you is that why, since this man make this statement, do you know that we don't see any TV that are carrying this news? They have not called this man to even come and repeat the same thing.
You don't still understand. Look at this video. This video again was deleted. This video I'm going
Taraba is a mini state. It's a mini Nigeria composed of various ethnic groups living together reasonably peacefully. But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state, and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral.
They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
This particular video, I don't know if they put it on private, but it was deleted or they put it on private. This is also TVC, Tinubu's television. T.Y. Danjuma, the man that was saying this, was Chief of Army Staff. You know what it means, right?
Yeah.
The man is still alive. So there are some things I see. I said, Nigerians are too dumb.
I'm telling you, my brother.
We are too dumb. We don't know what you are doing. The other day, maybe you saw when I was doing the analysis, Wumi, former head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency, was on Chinese television for 2 hours, marathon interview, spinning everything out. That when he was in charge of intelligence with DSS, that he saw everything, the people they arrested, pointed fingers to people in Aso Rock, senators, governor, that all their mission is just to Islamize Nigeria. The head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency. It's just like when the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, we come out in America and said, Joe Biden or Donald Trump is colluding with Iran to Islamize Nigeria. Civil war will start that day.
Oh, no,
there will be civil war that day.
You are even going further. You are even, that one is even the president. Just say one of the state governors.
State governor. There will be civil war.
Yeah. That same particular state will never be even here where I live in Sweden.
Just, you understand?
You don't, Okocha, don't, here in Sweden, don't even say that somebody is coming to invade. Just call police and give them alert that somebody, you suspect somebody carrying gun. It's like you want to shoot one person.
Like 20 vehicles of police will be there.
Maybe it's a lie, you. Maybe it's a lie. Maybe it's a lie. They don't want to even hear. See somebody who gone, my brother. Then Nigeria. This Danjuma said this. The Nigerian newspaper and Nigerian TV. These things should be topic in Nigeria even after the election. This thing should be a topic up to today. It should be a topic.
So the problem I have with mainstream media in Nigeria, and that is why I'm encouraging everybody. If you have money, go and build a media company. Media is playing a dangerous role in the world. You see how Al Jazeera manipulates the war between Israel and Gaza.
Yeah.
You see how CNN manipulates, if not for someone like Musk and you see how CNN manipulates the talks and elections in America and so on and so forth. You see how BBC manipulates. So media is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So that is why I am encouraging everyone, if you have money, build your own personal media. Someone from my local government set up that Arise News, but I believe he's just a politician like other people anyway. Because if I have the opportunity to have, of which nobody knows tomorrow, maybe I will be able to. If I have such national television, I know that maybe every day I will be having problem with government, because what I will just focus, I'll forget about all this news they are reading. I'll go to the villages. What is happening in the villages, it is not on the even on social media and mainstream media, you can't see it. The people dying, the kidnapping, the rape, everything going on in the villages, in the rural communities, you can't see them on media. So this should be the focus of people who want to invest in media, because media will play a very great role in the future.
That is true. That is true.
So
that is true.
Thank you so much, my brother.
And I'm still surprised they have not bring bag of money to you up to now, or even if they are bring it and you are refusing to collect it, because they will want you to stop talking about all this expose that you are giving to Nigerians. So I don't know.
Maybe I have not started now. That is why I have not started. But by the way, if you see someone who will collect bribe, it's very easy to know. So before they make the move to carry bag of money, they already know that there is no way here.
Yeah.
You understand? They already know that there is no way here.
Yeah.
You understand? Because let me tell you, the reason why so many people are trapped, both politicians, it's not even media personalities, is because they connect. Once you connect something from an enemy, from opposition, from devil, you can't speak against that person.
Yeah, that is true.
That is the problem. You can't speak against that person.
No, that is true.
Can you tell me that Channels Television, Arise News, there is what they call documentary in media reporting. Documentary is not just news. Documentary is a product of investigation.
Yeah.
All these things, yes, they're supposed to document all these things. How can the head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency came to national television and said, I was there, that the plan is to Islamize Nigeria, that it must happen? No documentary, no investigation. They did not. What kind of country are we living in? I did not study mass communication. This blogging I'm just doing is out of reasoning that today something will happen in the village, tomorrow something will happen in the village, and I'm not seeing it on national television. I started asking my question, so all these villages, they are no longer Nigeria, so they don't care what happened.
No, Nigeria is just Lagos and Abuja. Nigeria is most of the capital cities. Yeah.
You understand? It's so pathetic, and that should not happen. That should not happen. So that is why I am encouraging everyone to queue in. You understand? Everyone should queue in, because we must let the world to know what is going on.
Yeah.
Like, sorry to digress, the only news media I respect so much is First Post and WION, and it's One Management. It's an Indian platform. First Post and WION. They are on YouTube, on Facebook. I think they have about 7 million followers. The other one about 9 million followers. Those people, their reporting is so neutral. They speak everything. All these things, if you want to know what Tinubu is doing, and Tinubu is not doing well, go to that First Post, because they cover the whole world, everything going on in the world. They are the one that leaked it, that Share had a problem with Nigeria, and the case is in court. Tinubu canceled the case because he want to acquire Ajip. First Post, they are the one that reported it. I never knew that it was a Tinubu in-law. He gave a director of housing in Nigeria, something like that. I never knew that Tinubu's family is the one that bought that Ajip. I never knew that Tinubu's family are the nepotism. We have a problem. The nepotism in Nigeria is not being reported by mainstream media. Now, there is an investigative journalist that they arrested day before yesterday. Military arrested him. They arrested him in the bunker because he was trying to investigate, is it the military or navy who is stealing the oil, or the people they call bunkers, and they arrested him. That is, you see the danger of being an honest journalist in Nigeria. If you are speaking, your life is just in danger. They can come at any time, adopt you. Nobody will see you.
That is true.
But they can stop some people at some time. They cannot stop everybody at the same time. And if we continue to fear, it will become their own strength. When we don't fear, it will become their own weakness. So there is no need for us to fear about that. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you. I really thank you for your good work. And may God keep strengthening you. God keep strengthening you.
So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice
All right.
I'm still at the background working.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah. Bye.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Our calls are still open. We are going to stop at 2 hours of broadcast, so we still have some minutes. So I really appreciate everyone who has joined us from the beginning and people who are joining now. Even people are still going to watch this broadcast after we must have closed it. So what we are talking about today is the propaganda of the insecurity challenges going on in Nigeria. Yeah, the propaganda is too much. A lot of people are not just focusing on the main issue. They are pointing fingers to other people. So I think this should be our last call. Let's have this caller. Hello. Hello. Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah. How you doing now?
I am fine. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You still online?
Yeah. I'm still online. Tell the viewers your name and where you are calling from.
Oh, this is Ben calling from USA.
Thank you for joining us. So how is US now?
Yeah, everywhere is fine. We're celebrating Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You know? If you take me up to speed.
Yeah. Right on. You have the mic.
Yeah, I feel take me up to speed with your topic, please. Because I saw.
Okay. Yeah. We are talking about the propaganda of the insecurity in Nigeria and Southeast, to be precise. And I was asking some questions like, in my village in Delta State and some neighboring villages and other states, the rate of insecurity in this area surpass the insecurity you are hearing in the Southeast. The killings in our villages that our parents can no longer go to farm as I speak to you today is alarming. And the insecurity in the Southeast, they just target that, people who are agitating for Biafra restoration are the one causing it. But this insecurity was coming from the north. We were shouting. It spread to the southwest, south. It came to the southeast. The only one in the southeast is the one they are tagging that it is Biafra agitators. And now the question I'm asking is that in Delta State, we don't have all these Biafra ESN and so on and so forth, but the rate of killing insecurity is more than that of Southeast. And it's the same system, the systematic approach. If you listen to the last audience I have here on the screen, it was explaining to how the Fulanis are operating, killing their people in Ebonyi State. So the question I'm asking is this. If in Delta State, another state, this insecurity is much where there is no Biafra agitators, who is responsible for the insecurity in the Southeast?
I will tell you, the best way to answer that question is this, right?
Yeah.
They said it's ipob that is causing the insecurity, right?
They say so.
Now the question is, yes, the question is, in North, is ipob a North?
Maybe.
You understand?
Maybe
Do we have ipob in North?
Oh, goodness.
Yes. Now, how come ipob is causing insecurity in Southeast when in Southeast have the North where the main insecurity is? So with this checkpoint, why are we still having insecurity? That's to tell you that the military are the ones causing this insecurity. Because if with their presence, we're still having insecurity. So why do we have them? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Why do we have them? Are they just sitting there and watching the incident? Like, why do people have guns and doing all that? Their presence is supposed to stop insecurity, right?
Yeah.
In Southeast.
Yeah.
But their presence is useless because every day we have more military presence, and the way they target, they make it look like, oh, Southeast is the most unsecured place. Right? So why is it unsecure place when we have more checkpoints in Southeast than every other place? That is another question. Like I said, the first question was the killings in North. Do we have ESN in North?
No.
Are they going to say someone Ekpa is still in North?
Maybe they will say.
Yes, maybe someone Ekpa is in North now. Now, the other day, I heard that the Air Force dropped a bomb that killed a whole community, like people in that. I heard that on the news. All right? So I was asking, how the hell will you keep dropping bombs in your own country? I live in America. I've never heard that America drops bomb in their own country. The same people that they are governing. So, and when they hear this thing, and they say, oh, well, they have terrorists there. So you have terrorists that you cannot go. When you hear that there's a terrorist, America will leave America, go to another man's country and fish out the terrorists. And minimize casualties. But what we have in Africa, in Nigeria, is have our own military. Because of one terrorist, they can kill the rest of the innocent civilians. Why can't you use do proper investigation and fish out these terrorists? Because you know them.
Yeah.
From the videos that we watch, they know some of them.
Yeah.
You understand? How can't you go? But you can go all the way to Finland. You want to arrest someone, Ekpa? You can go all the way to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. But you cannot go to northern state where the terrorists are and fish them out.
Because they are the ones sponsoring it.
Yes. And they think we don't know all this. It's coming to limelight. When I see them come on the TV with the head of military people, I just see them fooling themselves. Making those speeches like, yeah, today, I just look at them and say, when do you guys think, how long do you think you keep fooling people? Like, we already know. You don't need to tell us. We already know. You're just making money. These are not real militaries, man. I don't have any respect or regard for them anymore.
It's so pathetic, my brother.
Yeah. So, I mean, forget this thing they say, oh, Southeast is the most safest place. It's not as bad as the way they make it look.
Yeah, it's not as it's not as bad compared to other parts of the country. Yeah.
Other places. Yeah. It's just they do that. You have to realize they have to project it to look so bad. Somebody is there as a leader, right? He's taking money, security money. I hope you know that. Somebody is making money out of it. So if they don't project it to look so bad, how would they make money out of it? You understand? So they will project Southeast to be the most horrible place. Oh, this is happening here. They're throwing bombs everywhere. That's a lie. And they go and say, oh, budgeted social amount for security. Somebody is somewhere enjoying those money. So it's crazy, my brother. It's crazy when I hear all stuff like that. But meanwhile, we are so happy and for the development in our place. I mean, all of us, we are ready to quit Nigeria. We are ready. You know, that country, they shame us. We're there here. They shame us.
This way, my brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you for your support and everything.
God bless you, man.
All right.
Take care.
Okay.
All right.
All right, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. I think we are going to call it a day or a night. Thanks for joining me. Please do well to join me tomorrow. This program is going to be every day from today. It's going to be every day from today because we have a lot of things in stock to unleash. So we are going to be coming here live every day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And God bless you. Let's call it a day.